Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, April 7th, 2021, and the U.S. stock market is closed. I just want to get this over with. I'm so frustrated with these markets. I it isn't that we're getting wiped out. We're not, but they're just not doing what I want them to do. This is the Dow, and uh, nothing happened much with the Dow. Just opened a little higher, then went lower, ended up closing up a measly 16 points. So just trending sideways and actually very quiet today. I don't like quiet markets. We don't make money in quiet markets. We want things to move. Anyway, today we had 7 positions coming in, and we were positive $26,000 in those on the close yesterday. Uh, this morning they opened up lower than that, but what was frustrating to me was uh, 30 minutes into the day, and with 15 minutes to go before we usually exit most of our positions, we had our we the, the thing jumped up to the point where we had those $26,000 in profits if we had exited 15 minutes early. But that isn't how we do it. And by the time we did exit, that 15 minutes later, those profits had dropped $7,000. So we ended up exiting with $19,000 in closed out profits rather than $26,000. And that happens. I understand. You can't have things perfect every day. But it's just, we're bumping along here, and I want a big profitable day. I want us to really get in the black, and it's just not happening. We're having these stocks are all having this problem with the whack-a-mole effect, and I'll explain that a little more in just a second. But anyway, we got whack-a-mole in only 15 minutes today, between 30 minutes into the stock market and 45 minutes into the stock market. We saw $7,000 disappear. We got into 7 new positions, and they're all red. Actually, 1 positive, 6 negative, and they're all red in TradeStation. And we have a negative $11,000 in open trade going into tomorrow. So, on paper, yeah, we closed out 19,000. We're carrying a negative 11,000. So it looks like we have some profit. But the way things are going, that $11,000 negative could be doubled or tripled tomorrow. So I am not happy. I am not happy at all about the way these stocks are going lately. It's a hideous market to trade, but we got to do it. We trade the system. I'll show you 2 of the stocks. And this first one, when I talk about the whack-a-mole effect, it means every stock that sticks its head out of the ground or goes up gets whacked. Probably by the hedge fund managers. We'll make them the bad guys, but they sell or they short everything, and so nothing can keep an upside movement. And you know, we trade breakouts. That's we gotta have follow through on these breakouts, and when we don't get the follow through, we don't make any money. This is a good example. This is ONCT, and that is I probably murdered pronunciation. Um, on Stemel on Stemel Therapeutics, and this morning we had a trade. We got into a trade yesterday. Halfway through the day, we got out of that right here with a couple $1,000s in profit. Not a great trade, but we did make some profit there. And then it went negative, and then it came back, and then out of nowhere it did this big spike up, and that triggered our buy signal and looked real good. I mean, you know, anytime you see a big, powerful move like this, you think this thing's going someplace. That's how our system works. And up here, we were up a good $5,000 in this stock, and then the whack-a-mole guys hit it. You know, it was up too high. They sell it, they short it, and it comes all the way, it drifts all the way back. All those profits out the window, and we're holding negative $800 on the close. I suppose it could go up tomorrow, but you know, in these types of stocks, what we're seeing lately, nah, it's not going up. It's going down. It's going to get worse. That's the way it's been working. That's why it's so frustrated. Then I'll show you the second stock. This was definitely our best trade of the day, but it also suffered from the whack-a-mole effect. This is RMO, which is Romeo Power Incorporated. This came out of the blue yesterday. I just thought it was so great. We got a breakout here right at the beginning of the day. We got in there right away. We rode it all day long. This thing up here was up like $22,000 and $23,000. Big trade, big outlier trade. We love it. It got whack-a-mole this morning, and this thing also 15 minutes ago was back up here, but we didn't. Yeah, we didn't get a chance at that. By the time we got out of there, our trade was down to $14,000. $14,000 is a good trade normally, but when you see it drop from 22,000 down to 14,000 in 15 minutes, that's rough, and that's where, you know, where we lost our profits this morning on this, the best trade we had. We lost big profits on this because of this whack-a-mole effect. I'm so sick of it. I could just scream. Anyway, Trader Bob is not happy. And nevertheless, I trade the system. We endure this day after day after day, no matter what. We do make money over time, but to go through these periods of time is so frustrating. I'm signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday.